In the vast history of entertainment, few collaborations have managed to create a lasting impression from a single project. Yet this one-time partnership defied all expectations. Two artists from different backgrounds, brought together by circumstance, created something that stood the test of time. They only worked together once, but what they produced became a cultural landmark, an intersection of style, sound, and performance that refused to fade. Their collaboration was not planned as anything major. In fact, it was almost an afterthought, something that happened because of scheduling availability, label negotiations, or a mutual contact who suggested they try something new. There were no long-term contracts, no promises of follow-ups, no expectations that this brief joint effort would matter. But the result was immediate. One project, one track, one performance. That was all it took. What made the impact so unforgettable was the balance between their individual strengths. One brought raw energy, the other brought refined control. One was rising fast, the other already established. Together, they created a contrast that drew attention, a push-pull dynamic that was rare and unpredictable. Critics didn't just praise the result. They dissected it, analyzed it, labeled it iconic. Decades later, it remains a reference point in their respective careers. The recording session itself became the subject of industry stories. According to crew members, they barely knew each other before walking into the studio. But within hours, they were locked in, creating something that didn't resemble either of their typical styles. It wasn't a compromise, it was a fusion. One day of recording, one mix, and a release that topped charts in multiple countries. The video that accompanied the project further amplified its legacy. Shot in a minimalist style, it relied on body language, proximity, and tension rather than special effects. It was broadcast once, then re-aired by demand. It has since been archived, referenced, and studied in media courses as a case study in visual chemistry. And yet, after it aired, they went their separate ways. No tour followed, no interviews together, no reunion. Their careers continued independently, each achieving success on separate paths. But every time fans or journalists brought up the collaboration, the answer was the same: no plans to revisit it. Some cited creative differences, others suggested contractual reasons. In truth, no definitive explanation was given. Over the years, rumors circulated. Some claimed it was personal conflict. Others believed it was deliberate, a mutual agreement to preserve the impact by not repeating it. Whatever the reason, the silence only added to the mystique. Bootleg recordings of rehearsals surfaced, unreleased studio takes were leaked, and fan forums dissected every available frame of footage for clues about what really happened behind the scenes. Despite the absence of a follow-up, the legacy of that single collaboration remains intact. It's been covered by other artists, sampled in modern tracks, and re-released in anniversary editions. When one of the artists passed away, tributes always included references to that one project. When the other launched a retrospective tour, a segment of the show was dedicated entirely to that collaboration. Documentaries were made, think pieces published, and academic papers written. The consensus was clear. This brief artistic intersection had a ripple effect far beyond what anyone anticipated. It influenced production styles, vocal pairings, genre blending, and even fashion in its time. Industry veterans cited it as a turning point. Younger artists referenced it as inspiration. They only worked together once, but in that single moment, they created something so definitive that neither of them needed to return to it. It wasn't part of a series. It wasn't replicated. And that's what made it unforgettable. One collaboration, one moment, a permanent mark on music history.